Welcome back to another edition of the Harness Racing New South Wales Drought Assistance, where we try to keep you updated with the new policies going on. John, the Harness Racing New South Wales Board is constantly reviewing the processes and what's happening. I guess as time unfolds, more things arise and more things unfold as well. But there have been some new initiatives going off that.
There have, and like I said in the previous update, the drought is ongoing. We've had rain. It's what they call a green drought. We're coming into the hotter months, so any growth we've had would have burnt off. But what we normally have at this time of the year is the harvesting of the crops, which controls the feed. Certainly that the horses, the trainers have to buy for the horses to be trained on. So the board members seriously looked at how can we help trainers, directly to trainers, and of course that flows on to owners with feed assistance. Okay, so how can we help? Yeah, that's a very good question, Amanda. But what the process will be is we did some research and we compared the prices of feed in July 2017 to what that same feed is costing now. Mm-hmm. We then looked at what the transport cost was, because trainers and participants can still get the delivery assistance, and we came up with a price that looked at the base staple of horses, and in round enough figures, it's $17.50 per horse that it costs to feed these horses. That is the difference, the increase. Yeah, the increase. So what we will be doing, and it's extremely hard to manage because we do have some knowledge of what has happened in the past. Every horse trained by a licensed New South Wales trainer, Harness Racing New South Wales trainer, when it starts in a race, or when it's nominated and drawn in a field in a race actually, each week will receive $17.50. So, for example, horse Billy starts on the Monday, or is nominated for a race on the Monday, wherever that may be. The trainer in the stakes run each fortnight will receive $17.50 for that horse.
For the week? For the week. Okay.
So if it starts twice in the week, well, it only gets it for once, but it starts twice in the fortnight. Basically $35 will go into the trainer's account. Now, Harness Racing New South Wales are not to deal between the owners and the trainers. That's for them to work out themselves. But further to that, because the horses that start aren't the only horses in work. You've got other horses in work. So we then looked at how can we manage this and make sure that we're spending the industry's money, and it is industry's money, wisely and fairly and without having any integrity issues. So also, horses which trial and actually start in the trial, they'll receive $17.50 for that trial that week. Okay. Now they have to start. They can't be nominated for a trial and scratch. Okay. They have to start. Now this is a fairly manual effort on behalf of the staff here at Harness Racing New South Wales, but we'll roll that out, and that's in place. As I said, this drought's not going to end today. It won't end next month, and that will be rolled out over the months of November, December and January, and then it will be reassessed. That's the latest what we're looking at. It gives it something to the trainers to cover the feed costs. Yes, it won't cover 100% of the horses, but it certainly will cover as many as we can reliably measure. So that's what we've got going forward from November 1.
Which is tomorrow. So horses nominated
that
are racing tomorrow at Penrith, they're all eligible.
Those horses drawn in the fields at Penrith tomorrow, their trainers will receive $17.50 for that horse being drawn in the fields. Okay. So and it'll go, and we'll go forward. Okay,
I'm sure that's welcoming news. How about any thoughts in respect to mares going to stud this season? Have there been any changes there?
Well, the board carefully looked at how we can ensure that mares are being bred. There's a little bit of work we're doing right now, and we'll get that out to broodmare owners. We know who the owners are, so we know where to go to with the message. So we'll go out to broodmare owners. What we do know is that in November and December, the majority of mares are put to the stallion in those 2 months. We've got the historical data there, so we're not in we're in a position where we can assess the situation and take it forward if it's viable. We believe we can assist, but we just want to know that where we're going will return to the industry. As I say, it's industry money. So whatever we do, it has to be reasonably equitable to all concerned. Like, for example, your mother and father may have a mare that they're going to put to stud anyway. So they'll put them to stud. It's those mares probably that we're looking at that are of a certain criteria that for whatever reasons, but mainly the reason of the drought, that the owner is not putting them to stud. So that's what we're looking at. Hopefully we'll have more on that in the next week or so.
Yeah, okay. So hopefully in our next update. In our next
update we'll certainly have something on that. But I think this $17.50 if your horses are drawn in the field for trainers will go somewhere, and that's what we can rely on, is the difference in the price of the staple feed per week year on year.
Okay, that's good news. Do you have any other updates for drought assistance?
No, just please, if anyone's having problems with working through the process of the application, certainly call. We will assist. When we put the last update up, I had half a dozen calls that afternoon. So we're here to help where we can help. We certainly can't bend the rules, but we will certainly help anybody where we can that needs assistance through this drought anyway.
And questions as well.
And questions as well, yeah.
All right, John, well, thank you for that.
Thank you, Amanda.
Some nice welcoming news for the trainers, and look forward to the next drought assistance update.
Will do.